game time.
Hey everybody, welcome back to NTW. My name is Rob, and yes, it is game time. We are back here on World of Warcraft with our human protection paladin. And as you can see from the last episode, I've gone up 5 levels. And the reason for that is because under the quest, or under the dungeon finder, the only ones available to me were ones we've already done. So I had to go up a couple levels to unlock Gnomeregan and Scarlet Halls. So I went and did some questing in order to do that. Got a new pair of wrists and I think new hands, new boots maybe, but aside from that, nothing major. Also, I did put some stuff on the auction house, and some stuff I sold a few days ago, but I wanted to wait until I started recording in order to collect it all. So, I put up just some herbs and a bunch of stuff sold. I put up some copper. Amazingly, the copper sold them 75 each for those. So, we're just going to collect it all. And that put me up to 329 gold, and that's why I wanted to wait. So, with that being said, we did unlock 2 new dungeons by me leveling up. On deck today, we will have Gnomeregan and Scarlet Halls. I will get queued up, and we will come back when we get in. Alright, we are back, and our first dungeon we are going to run today is Gnomeregan. I've already accepted the quest. And the description of the Gnomeregan is built deep within the mountains of Dunmoral. The wondrous city of Gnomeregan was a testament to the gnomes' intelligence and industry. But when the capital was invaded by the Trogs, the gnomish High Tinker was betrayed by his advisor, Sicko Thermoplug. As a result, Gnomeregan was eradicated and most of its inhabitants slain. The surviving gnomes fled, vowing to return someday and retake their home. And here we go. Okay, and we are at our first side boss. This is Grubus. I do not believe Grubus you need to beat in order to get to completion for Gnomeregan. But the description of Grubus is, the radioactive gas has flooded the city, was meant to anger the Trogs and kill the gnomes, and Thermoplug's plan was brutally effective. One Trog, however, reacted oddly to the substance. Grubus grew and grew. It was a side effect that Cisco had not anticipated, but he's never been one to waste a valuable and dangerous resource. The giant Trog now patrols the tunnels of Gnomeregan. His loyal basilisk pet Chomper helps Grubus sniff out the gas leaks, tasty fungi, and even tastier intruders. Alright, next boss. Okay, our second boss here is the Vicious Fallout. I do believe he is a main boss. The formerly robust and elegant complex waterways of Gnomeregan are now an irradiated mess filled with toxic slime. A lone water elemental who had dwelt in the gnome's aquifer became trapped in the contamination, and the pollution corrupted its pure form. It currently wanders the halls of Gnomeregan in anger and agony, the liquid embodiment of the vile poison of Thermoplug's betrayal. He has one main move called Toxic Volley. Vicious Fallout unleashes a volley of toxin inflicting 56 nature damage to all players within 451 yards and 7 nature damage every 3 seconds for 15 seconds. Okay, this is the Electrocutioner 6000. Mechaneer Thermoplug is not a patient gnome. Rather than putting his inventions through a battery of tests to determine their safety and effectiveness, he rushes them into the field and moves on to the next project. The Electrocutioner 6000 was his first attempt at harnessing electricity as a weapon via a supercharged mechanotank. Lieutenant Tom Sizzlepants Crankle, the only soldier to survive piloting the Electrocutioner, is now something of a hero among the leper gnomes. He has 3 main moves: Megavolt, Shock, and Chain Bolt. Electrocutioner 6000 inflicts nature damage to all players in front of him. Shock. Electrocutioner 6000 throws a bolt of lightning at its current target, inflicting 410 nature damage. And Chain Bolt. Electrocutioner 6000 strikes its current target with lightning bolt that arcs them to 31 nearby targets, inflicting 306 nature damage to each target. Also, if you guys are never read Gnomeregan or are not familiar with it, there is an easy way down. You don't take a lot of fall damage at all, and it fast tracks you onto the next area, and that's going this way right here. In this group, I was with there was somebody in my party that said, "I'll be damned, I never knew you could go this way." So apparently it's not as well known. I've been playing for a long time. This is just the way I've always gone. Fast tracks a lot of it. You take on a couple of quick mobs, you're on to the next part of it. So just FYI on that one. Okay, we are on our last boss for Gnomeregan. We did not do the Crowd Publer 960. I believe he is a side boss that you don't actually have to do to get to completion. So this is Mechaneer Thermoplug. Murderer, traitor, and self-proclaimed king of the gnomes, the Mechaneer Sithko Thermoplug rules over the radioactive halls of Gnomeregan with a malfunctioning iron fist. His subjects are numerous, vicious, and insane enough to defend their crazed king amongst any intrusion from the upper world. It is Thermoplug's madness that makes him so dangerous. He possesses the cunning to destroy everything around him with no thought of his own life. There is a reason that even the monsters of Gnomeregan fear him. So he's got several moves, none of them really devastating, but including Steam Blast. Blast his current target with Steam, 34 fire damage, knocking him back. Pound. His current target inflicts physical damage and disorient them for 2 seconds. Welding Beam. Blast his current target with a welding beam, inflicting 250 nature damage over 5 seconds. And then he also summons Walking Bomb, which will come in and detonate, and they will do 208 fire damage to all players within 101 yards. And that is the end of Gnomeregan, people. Very quick, easy run, as long as you know the path to go, the quick little jump downs. You skip a lot of the trash, get straight to the bosses. At this point now, we'll go ahead and turn in these quests. We did get an upgrade belt, I believe. And then we will go ahead and get queued up for our next dungeon.
Victory for Sylvana.
Okay, welcome back. We are at Scarlet Halls. The description for this dungeon reads, the Crusade's fiercest warriors who have held their ground and fought to defend the monastery throughout these dark times are rapidly preparing an army within the Scarlet Halls. These soldiers are bound by their hatred of the unliving, and they're willing to sacrifice everything for their order's righteous cause. Let's tear it down. Okay, we have reached our first main boss in this dungeon. This is Houndmaster Braun. The quickest and surest way to detect the undead is by the scent of the rot they carry, and even the most veteran soldier cannot match the olfactory sense of the hound. Houndmaster Braun has bred and trained a savage pack of canines to aid the Crusaders in hunting down their foes, living and undead. Several moves. Piercing Throw. Houndmaster throws one of his knives at a random enemy, inflicting 270 damage. Applying Bloody Mess to all enemies in the knife's path. Death Blossom. Inflicting 324 physical damage and applying Bloody Mess to a target. The Bloody Mess itself. He calls dogs. And Bloody Rage at 50% remaining health and unable to control his hounds, Houndmaster Braun begins to attack 50% faster and inflicts 10% more damage. And you can see at the end of the fight, his hounds do end up turning on him, Game of Thrones style, Ramsay Bolton style. Let's get back on it. Okay, we are at our next boss here. This one is a little bit more difficult. This is Arms Master Harlan. The weapons of the Scarlet Crusade are many, and new initiates must be indoctrinated in the use of blade hammer, arrow, and shield. Effective tools against the undead. Arms Master Harlan has dedicated his life in the art of wielding these indelicate instruments, and he is pleased to provide a demonstration for the Crusade's blasphemous enemies. Heroic Leap, Blades of Light. This one is devastating. This one actually killed 2 of our party members. Harlan jumps in the center of the room and begins to spin rapidly with his axe while spinning. Harlan inflicts 50% weapon damage as physical damage to all targets within 81 yards. Harlan carries away targets damaged in this way as he continues spinning around the room. Like I said, as you can see, we lost 2 party members, and I actually end up almost dying myself in this. So he's also got Dragon's Reach, 80% of his normal melee damage to all targets in front of him. And then he also calls for help. He'll periodically call 2 Scarlet Defenders to come to his aid throughout the encounter. He also has a Berserker Rage. When he reaches 50% remaining health, he enters Berserker Rage every 3 seconds. Thereafter, Arms Master Harlan's damage increases by 4%. So it's good to burn him down as quick as possible. Okay, we have come to our final boss. This is Flame Reaver Kogler. I'm butchering these names, guys. I'm sorry. Flame Reaver Kogler trains the Scarlet Crusade's more magical-minded adepts in the subtle applications of the arcane. Fire is his specialty, and he has used his skills to burn the Order's historical tomes, erasing the Crusade's past failures. Apart from books, Kogler's flames have rendered many undead, students, and trespassers alike into piles of smoking ash. Book Burner. He inflicts 360 fire damage. If Kogler's attack successfully hits books, they begin to burn. Burning Book inflicts 252 damage every 5.2 seconds to enemies within 151 yards for 30 seconds. Greater Dragon's Breath. Let's see. He unleashes a sweeping series of attacks that mimics Deadly Fire Breath with Dragon Breath, 541 fire damage. 541 fire damage, an additional 107 fire damage every second, and confuses the targets. Quicken Mind, Fireball Volley, and Pyroblast. They're pretty easy. You don't really have to do much. Just avoid his fire the best you can, and it's a quick win.
What would you ask of death? Remember.
Alright, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys learned something about these dungeons and why we're running them. If you guys like what you see and you want to see more, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon so you get notified every time a new episode comes online. Again, my name is Rob. Thank you guys very much for watching. And always remember, take care of yourselves.